Hey everyone, Sycra here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to draw the head in a couple different positions. One is looking up and one is looking down. Now, I've been asked a lot to do how to draw heads in many different angles, and it's pretty difficult, so I figure, okay, let's start with these two and then move on from there to different views. So to begin with, you need to be able to draw a head, and this is an advanced tutorial, I suppose, so I'm not going to walk you through the head. And then you need to be able to draw a rectangle, like a box in perspective. So if you can't draw a box in perspective, and you don't know about what I'm doing here, which is using X's to connect the corners so that you can find halfway points. If you can't do this, then it's going to be difficult to do anything else. And the thing I want to show here is notice the halfway point when a box is tilted is not equal when it's head on. So in this case, the box is tilted down, so we see more of the top half of the box and less of the bottom half of the box. And it's going to be the exact same when it comes to the face. You're going to see more of the top half when it's tilted down, less of the bottom half. So if you're not used to drawing boxes, this is something I might recommend to do, which is just make a bunch of boxes or rectangles if you want. And here I'm just writing the letter A. You don't have to do that specifically. It's just do something to break up this box so that you can draw things within it to see what shapes look like in perspective. Because again, if this is difficult for you, then drawing a face is going to be way harder than that. So it's something you should be able to do, and fill up a page with at least 20 boxes. So the next thing that's important is to understand cylinders and what it looks like when you're looking at a cylinder in a front view and top down and bottom up. So imagine this is like a soup can, right? And there's a label of the soup can. Now notice what happens when you tilt the can so we're looking down at it. Notice what happens to the angle of that label, the curve. It takes on a very specific curve, right? And so you get a couple different shapes. So when you're head on, the shape is kind of like a straight line across. And then when you're looking down, it's sort of like a happy face. And when you're looking up, it's like a sad, frowny face. So, or smile, whatever. So we're going to be doing that for all the parts that are curved on the face. And there's quite a few. So first I'm going to do just a head-on view. And I'm going to mark out important parts with red. So here I'm drawing the collarbones because I think it's important to think of the head with the neck attached, like not just floating heads. And so whenever I do heads, I always attach the neck. So here I'm showing you the brow ridge and the nose and the mouth. And notice how like the mouth, it's straight across, right? Kind of like that can. When you're looking straight on, the mouth is pretty straight. Now the eyes, when the eyes are closed, they tend to be, they look kind of straight, but they've got a little bit of a curve to them. And then you have an angle for the jaw. So that angle is, let's say this is the normal angle, and I'm also giving a straight hairline to this character. Now, hairlines can be different. You can have it straight, you can have it tilted. And also notice the ears are pretty much where they should be in proportions to the head. And again, this is assuming you already know proportions to the head. Now when we tilt it down, you can see what I'm doing is instead of just creating horizontal lines straight across, I've curved them like that soup can, because you want to get that sense of this is a curved surface. The same thing with the collarbones, because we're looking down, so the neck is going to appear to be shorter because it's hidden behind some of that jaw. And so what's happening with the nose? It takes on that down curve. And again, it depends what type of nose you have. If you have a very upturned nose, it might not be as significant as this, but it's still going to do this. And same with the eyes. They're going to be like the happy faces. So remember, when you're looking down, you get a lot more happy faces in the face. And see the hairline as well. It's curving down like that happy face. And the jaw gets more acute. Now here it's a bit subtle, but you can tell that it's acute. And also notice the ears are actually higher up relative to the front view. Now, when you're looking up, the jaw is going to be much more flattened out, and if you tilt your head high enough, it's going to flip. So you've got that V angle, right? If you tilt further up, it's going to flip upside down. But I haven't tilted that much up. I've just sort of tilted the head quite a bit, but not enough that the jaw actually flips down, because remember that you're more likely to see almost like a straight across jaw than one that tilts the other way, unless a character is like looking up at the sky, because your jaw already has like a downward tilt to it, right? So the nose is going to appear to be higher up on the face, and so is the mouth. And then actually all the features seem higher up, and so you have much less room for the hairline. It's much closer to the top of the head rather. And in this case, everything is a frowny face because you're looking up. So remember that cylinder, that soup can. And the jaw, again, it's going to be angled that way. And the eyes too, they're going to be more frowny faces. The mouth, even when the mouth is just not like a sad face, it's just neutral, it's because the mouth is on a curved surface, it's going to be more of a frowny face. So I hope that helped. And yeah, it's a very simplistic tutorial. I'm not covering detailed perspective or anything, because that would be a really, really long lesson. And I think more important is that you practice these things a lot. And you can look in the mirror and check your own face and see what it looks like, what curves, what way. So yeah, hope that helped, and thanks for watching.